Hi there, my name is Kronenberg and welcome to my channel. This is a film review of King of the Lost World. It's an adventure, came out in 2004. Amazon is 16 plus and IMDb is an R. It's an hour and 20 minutes. Amazon is 1.0 out of 5 and IMDb is 2.4 out of 10. Synopses are the same, so I'll just read the IMDb one. So Arthur Conan Doyle's action-adventure classic, 4 plane crash survivors encounter danger in a world that time forgot. The director is Stuart Gillard, who directed Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, and Lee Scott, L-E-I-G-H, who directed A New Lease on Christmas. Producers, well, there's 5 of them, so I picked the main 3. David Michael Latt, L-A-T-T, who produced Z Nation, the series. David Rimari, R-I-M-A-W-I, who did the series again, Z Nation. And Sherry Strain, S-T-R-A-I-N, who produced You Might Be the Killer. Music was by Ralph Rieckmann, R-I-E-C-K-E-R-M-A-N-N, who did music for Initial D. And John Van Tongeren, T-O-N-G-E-R-E-N, who did the music to The Outer Limits, the series. So the cast as usual, I picked the main 4. There was a 5th, but I'm damned if I can find a name. We have Jeff Denton, who is Ed Malone, who was in Frankenstein Reborn. He's the one on the right. Rhett, R-H-E-T-T, Giles, who was John Roxton, who was in Treadstone, the series, and he's on the left. Christina Rosenberg, who is Dana, she was in Frankenstein Reborn, and Bruce Boxleitner, who is Lieutenant Challenger, who was in Babylon 5, the series. It was filmed in Picarchy Gardens in Valley Center, California, and it's also known as Syndrome of the Trespasser Island. What? Anyway, it is an asylum film, in case you're curious. Some people do want me to do asylum films. This is another one. It starts with sort of dramatic music and scenes of a coastline that's quite nice. It's rich in vegetation. In fact, I think it's on the trailer. It looks really, really nice. It's like, where's this? I'm not too sure. There's waterfalls in between rocks, like a small one. It looks really nice. Then the plane zips by and crashes behind a mountain. Ball of flames. And this is literally within 2 minutes. So I saw this huge ball of flames, like if it was like an explosion. But how the plane is more or less intact is a bloody miracle. There's no one dead either. And they seem to be on a beach. How? God knows. But luckily, they have a doctor on board, because it's pretty useful. And then at one point, I saw the big gorilla, the king of the lost world. It wasn't there at the airplane crash. It was somewhere else. I wasn't sure the size. It looked quite large. It also says 4 people. Well, there was a lot more than that, but we seem to have ignored those people. Somebody's like, don't care about them. So they're traipsing through the jungle and they see this huge spider web. They're like, oh my god. So they carry on. And then one dude sort of reaches out to touch some web hanging off a leaf and says, what's this? Is this moss? And I thought, moss? What the hell? On a tree leaf dangling down that's, I don't know, clear or whitish. I've never seen moss that's like that. Anyway, and then this spider comes down and whips him up, right? And I assume that it cocoons him, and then, like spiders do. Because all we see is this plastic thing just fall to the ground, like some sort of desiccated piece of veg, like a carrot, to flop down. I was like, what the hell? And they're like, oh my god, is he okay? And I thought, what? There's no chance. What, has he lost weight? I absolutely burst into laughter when I watched that bit. That made me laugh loud. And then I think that someone left the fog machine on as they were exiting the jungle. It was just wafting everywhere. There wasn't any fog before, but at this point there was fog all over the place. Now, it was Bruce Boxleitner, who was Lieutenant Challenger, has this suitcase and a knife and a gun. How did he get that on the airplane? I'm kind of curious. But apparently he could, so that tells you that Customs was a bit shit. Now, it's weird because I've got somebody's name, but I could not find her at all. But somebody had an infected cut, so she says it's okay to this other woman. We can clean it with maggots and a tourniquet. Now, I agree. I've seen Gladiator. Most people have seen it, and they all remember the bit where he's got his arm hurt, and they just find some maggots and chew it up and whatever, and it heals his wound. But where the hell did they get the maggots from? They just sort of just said, oh, it's okay, I'll just put these maggots on it. It's like, what? Where? Where did you find them? Are they just in your pocket? Now, what is amazing is that they're in this Amazon, which I'm assuming it is, and they're walking through the jungle, and it's the second day, and no one has even looked for water, or asked about it, or looked like they're sweating. I like the giant scorpions, and then they met the local tribe. Perfect hair, perfect teeth, and speak American, well, kind of American accent. Of course, our lieutenant, who's Bruce, can speak the language perfectly. No one seemed to have asked that one. It's like, what the hell? It's interesting how the tribe gets the new recruits. I won't explain that one, but it was quite interesting how they did it. And then I saw these human sacrifice dragons, right? This is bizarre. So they say, I'm going to jump in a few bits. Obviously, there's a human sacrifice. And they say, we've got these dragons, they're flying around. And so they have some people stuck on a stake. But don't worry, the tribe are literally about a foot away at a table, whilst these dragons are flying in, devouring the people. We're like, what the hell? And then, of course, the gorilla appears, and it was pretty impressive from what I could see. Well, as in I can see how it attacked, and it wasn't really there fully, but it was okay. It was kind of like watching a corny CGI thing. But it's okay. There is a plan on how to kill it. Though, kind of from my understanding of, I can't explain how it was because it'll spoil a film. Everyone should have been dead when they killed him, because there was no way on this planet that it would have happened the way it happened. But apparently it's completely fine. Oh, and unfortunately nobody's tripped over, but that's because it's not a horror film. Now, the ending wasn't what I expected, if that makes sense. Overall, apart from some crappy things, and the fact that they never drank any water or ate anything. Oh, no, I rephrase that. Somebody had some peanuts in their pocket. And then the other, she said, oh, would you like some peanuts? I went, peanuts, don't talk about peanuts. And then he riled on for about like 5 minutes about peanuts. And then ended with, no, I don't want any peanuts. I was like, what the hell? Have you got nut allergy or something? But they didn't have any. I think somebody had some sort of weird thing off the tree. But nobody ate anything. Nobody drank any water. Anyway, I'm going to give it a 3. I'm going to be a bit more generous than IMDb as 2.4. I'm going for a 3. Anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed watching and listening to this film review of King of the Lost World. Please subscribe to my channel. We've got plenty of horrors, adventure films. Well, not actually loads of adventure films, but quite a few. Give me your thumbs up if you liked this video. Leave a comment box below. Have you seen this film? Did you enjoy it? Okay, well, thank you and goodbye.